Let's start with head-to-head. Juventus and Arsenal LFC have faced each other a few times in European competitions, especially in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Historically, Arsenal has been a more successful team in European competitions, with more experience in the knockout stages. However, Juventus has grown as a force in recent years, becoming one of Italy's top teams. Arsenal may have a slight edge based on experience in European competitions. Juventus women have been dominant in the Serie A, consistently finishing near the top of the league. They also have a strong defensive setup and can be tough to break down. Juventus often boasts one of the best defenses in the Italian league. Arsenal, in the FA Women's Super League, has a very strong attacking lineup with the likes of Vivianne Miedema, Frida Maanum, and Beth Mead if she's available. Arsenal generally has a more potent defense, but they may be vulnerable defensively at times. Arsenal's form has generally been solid, but they've had some up-and-down results in competitive matches, WSL and Champions League. Arsenal usually scores a lot, but can sometimes struggle defensively against high-pressure teams. Juventus tends to perform well at home in their own stadium, especially in Serie A and European matches. They have strong fan support and have built a fortress in Turin. Arsenal's away form in the WSL has been relatively strong, though they can sometimes struggle in high-pressure matches away from home, especially in tough European games. Juventus typically does not dominate possession as much as Arsenal, but is very effective in converting their opportunities when they do have the ball. Juventus is more pragmatic, often focusing on counterattacks and exploiting weaknesses in the opposition. Arsenal tends to take more shots, often with high accuracy, due to their attacking prowess. Juventus is more efficient but less frequent in terms of shot attempts. Juventus usually excels at maintaining defensive solidity, often outclassing teams in defensive metrics such as tackles, clearances, and interceptions. Arsenal might concede more but also creates more chances to score. Juventus has a solid defensive structure and is tough to break down. They have a balanced squad with key players like Cristiana Girelli and Barbara Bonansea in attack. The strength of their midfield and defense makes them difficult to outplay for long periods. Arsenal boasts one of the strongest attacking units in women's football, with players like Miedema, Mead, and Wubben-Moy, if fit, providing firepower. Their offensive strength is among the best in Europe, but they can be a bit vulnerable defensively, especially against teams that can disrupt their rhythm. Injuries to key players, such as Sara Gama or Barbara Bonansea, could weaken Juventus' setup. However, they usually have a strong squad depth that can cover for injuries, especially in defense. Arsenal has been dealing with injuries to several key players over the past seasons, including Beth Mead, depending on her fitness status for this match, and Vivianne Miedema, if she's out. If Arsenal is missing any of these players, their attack could be less potent. Additionally, Kim Little's availability can be key in terms of controlling the midfield. Juventus typically plays in a structured 4-3-3 or 4-4-2 formation, focusing on defensive solidity and transitioning quickly into attack. They often rely on counterattacks and using the width of the pitch effectively, with Bonansea and Girelli providing support up front. Arsenal usually plays a possession-based, high-pressing 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 formation. They focus on dominating possession and creating chances through their wide players and central attacking options. Against teams that defend deep, Arsenal's ability to break down defensive lines can be critical. Conclusion: prediction. Based on the factors above, you can bet responsibly as Juventus at home has the defensive strength to contain Arsenal's attacking play. However, Juventus might struggle to break down Arsenal's high-pressing, fast-attacking system unless they can capitalize on counterattacks or set pieces. Arsenal LFC, while a potent attacking force, may find it difficult to score against a solid defensive side like Juventus, especially if they are missing key players like Miedema or Mead. Arsenal's defense has also been vulnerable at times, and Juventus will look to exploit this. Predicted outcome: the match is likely to be tight, with both teams having their strengths and weaknesses. If Arsenal is missing key attacking players, Juventus may have the edge, especially at home, and could secure a 1-0 or 2-1 win. However, if Arsenal's attack is at full strength, They might edge out a 1-1 draw or a narrow 2-1 win due to their superior attacking options. Ultimately, Juventus 1-1 Arsenal LFC seems like a balanced prediction, though slight variations could occur depending on tactical nuances and the actual availability of players.